America is still reeling after the New York commuter train derailing, which killed 4 people and left 11 people critically injured. Although driver of the train, William Rockefeller, has tested negative for alcohol, law enforcement officers told investigators he had lost focus and had caught himself nodding off at the controls just before the fatal crash.
As required by federal regulation, following the accident, each member of the crew was drug and alcohol tested. The results from the alcohol breath tests were all negative. The results of the other tests are still pending.
A U.S. senator expressed his shock and horror over the suggestion that the train driver had been napping during the fateful ride.
But if it is true that he was asleep, it just makes your hair stand on end. To think that the train was going that fast around such a treacherous curve and the conductor was asleep, oh, it's a nightmare of nightmares.
The train had been traveling nearly 3 times the 48 kilometers per hour speed limit. The train jumped the tracks along a sharp curve when it was speeding at 132 kilometers per hour and crashed in an area where the Hudson and Harlem rivers meet. According to authorities, it might be too soon to say whether the excessive speed had been the result of human error or a mechanical problem. Experts have said the brake systems had been functioning properly at the time of the crash. A source briefed on the investigation said the driver, William Rockefeller, had lapsed into highway hypnosis just before the crash. Federal investigators are still talking to Rockefeller and have not commented on his level of alertness around the time of the crash. This tragic incident is the latest in a string of problems to affect the railroad. In May, a derailment of a train traveling in Connecticut injured more than 70 people, while in July, a freight train derailed in the same place as the recent New York commuter train crash. While the investigation is set to continue into the foreseeable future, work crews have started using cranes and heavy equipment to lift the derailed cars back on the tracks in one of the many steps that will be taken towards cleaning the scene.